Today is a good day to forget about motivation, focus on commitment. How would you define your ability to remain motivated to work for your goals? Which decisions are you making when you don't feel like it? Do you do it anyway, or do you tend to give up? I have a quote for you. It's from Rohn, and it's, "Motivation is what gets you started. Commitment is what keeps you going." I don't know about you, but I feel that being motivated is way too overrated. Motivation is just a spark. You know, when you turn a lighter on, the flame remains for a few seconds, then disappear. Motivation, it's the same. It never lasts. Because very often motivation is only present when the situation feels easy and comfortable and safe. For example, maybe sometimes you've watched videos or heard stories and they made you get motivated to invest in yourself more. For example, you're like, yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. and go work out and eat healthy and everything. At that specific time when you're saying this, you're genuinely motivated because you're feeling comfortable and it's easy. It's easy for you to say it, but when the alarm clock goes on at 5 a.m. the next morning and you're tired and it's dark, then the motivation is gone because that situation isn't comfortable. And at that moment, it's not about being motivated, it's about being committed to what you said you would do. So especially if you have mid-term or long-term goals, to rely strictly on motivation is not sustainable. But don't worry, that's okay. That's why I'm here for. I want to help you reach your goals. So I'm going to share with you some tips to help you practice being committed. So let's dig in now. First, what does being committed mean? For me, it's that regardless what it costs you, regardless the sacrifices, and regardless how uncomfortable you feel, you are willing to make the right decision to help you get closer to your goals. It's about making a promise and sticking to it. To give a personal example, with the national team, we have lots of gym and running sessions to do every week, like 5 or 6, it depends. And plus all the hockey trainings, plus study, plus work, plus normal life going on. And to be fully honest with you, like I'm always in this podcast, 70% of the time, I am not motivated to train. 70% of the time. And the reason why is I'm a human being. It's not that I don't care enough about reaching my goals. It's just that sometimes I'm tired. Sometimes my body is sore. Sometimes I just want to sit and read and relax. Sometimes I get to run and it's dark, it's raining, it's cold, or it's super warm. And sometimes I just don't want to do the work. Sometimes I just don't want to push my body and be in pain because it's not very comfortable. It's not easy. But every time I'm not motivated and I want to find excuses to do it another day, I remember my why. I remember the reason why I wanted to train in the first place. So now my biggest goal is playing at the Olympics of Paris 2024. And that's my long-term goal. And in order to reach it, I need to make sure I stick to my short-term goals, which are training every day, eating well, sleeping well, and everything. And when I'm not motivated to train, I just remember my dream. I remember my goal. And that doesn't change the fact that all of a sudden I get super pumped and excited and I'm motivated, like not necessarily. But what it does is it makes me do it anyway. It makes me not find excuses to not train. Because especially if you have a long-term goal, because it's so far away, you can lose the big picture. So remembering your why every day helps you not losing the bigger picture. Write down that goal you set for yourself. Put it on your wall or put it somewhere where you can see it. Like the Olympic rings is on my phone wallpaper, so I see it every day. So I never lose the bigger picture of why I need to put my body through all these crazy things all the time. Why and who are you doing this for? If when you're not motivated and you remember your why, yet you still find excuses to not do it, then I'm sorry, but your why or the person who you want to do it for is not meaningful enough for you. And that's okay, you can still change the reason why, you can still upgrade your why if you feel like it's not strong enough for you. But this is also very important, is the reason why you want to remain disciplined is truly deeply important to you. And only you have the answer at that question. But I have another tips for you. When you're not motivated, whether, I don't know, it's studying or training or you don't want to eat properly or anything else, picture the emotions you'll feel after having done what you said you'd do. I'm sure you know that feeling I'm talking about. When you're sticking to the plan, when you're doing the right thing, you feel a sense of pride. You feel a sense of relief, of joy, versus feeling guilty and feeling that you've let yourself down. This is something that helped me so much, to simply remember how good I will feel when it's over. And this helped me all the time. So you can do the absolute same. Normally it should work all the time. I'm gonna keep sharing with you some tips that I have in my toolbox to help me increase my energy level when I am not motivated. Depending on my mood, I will turn on rap songs or like beats workout music or pop songs or something to energize me. It's super helpful. Otherwise, I'm gonna listen to speeches. I have to give massive credits to the people out there creating all these motivational speeches on YouTube, because I don't know where I would be right now if I didn't had them, because listening to speeches always helped me refocus and, as I said earlier, not lose the bigger picture. It's a bit of a magic tool for me. Anytime I listen to a speech, I'm like, okay man, let's go. You put me in the zone, let's do the work, I'm ready. But otherwise, sometimes when I get to study, I will make sure I create a nice environment for myself to increase my energy level. Like, I'll prepare a coffee, I'll have a glass of water next to me, I'll eat chewing gums, and I'll wear comfy clothes. So for you, it's the same. Think about easy tricks that would work for you to help you increase your level of discipline, to help you increase your energy level, and to help you get going and do the work. I have a second quote for you. It's from Vince Lombardi, and it's, most people fail, not because of a lack of desire, but because of a lack of commitment. Now let's just take a step back and let me explain the most people fail meaning. Here Vince Lombardi doesn't talk about trying, working, giving your best, but still failing. Here it's about not even trying to give it all you have. And so to help you, and because sharing is caring, and you know I care so much about you, I have a last tips for you on this episode. When nothing can make you increase your energy level, you've remembered your why, you've pictured that feeling of relief and joy at the end, but it doesn't work, here is something else that you can do. Let's say you have to study. Let's say you come home tonight and you told yourself, okay, I'm going to study because I have an exam coming up, whatever. You come home and you're very not motivated and you just want to stay on the couch and watch Netflix. It feels familiar? It feels for me. Anyway, in order to help you get going, break down your action plan into micro steps. And a micro step is a step so small that you cannot fail at it. What I mean by that is, in order for you to study, what do you need to do? First, maybe you need to turn your phone off so you have no distraction. Maybe you need to turn your phone on and play some music. Like, for example, I like to listen to relaxing piano, instrumental music when I study. That would be one micro step that you can do. So turning your phone on or off would be step number 1. Step number 2, for example, would be you go and sit at your desk. You cannot fail at this task. It's just about you going at your desk. Super easy. Then step number 3 would be opening your book if you're studying from a book, or opening your computer. And then it will be starting reading the first chapter, or starting writing down the title of what you have to write, for example, if you have to write something. And so the benefits of that is that from one micro steps to another micro steps, you end up having done a way lot more things that you had energy level for, just because you've break down things into tiny little tasks, super easy to reach. And you can be very proud of you for that. You will get your energy level increase, and you'll just get your mojo back. So when you're really struggling with motivation, ask yourself, okay, what is the first and easiest step I can do to help me get going? Or other example, if you want to work out, then the first micro step you can do is getting up from the couch or from your bed. And then step number 2 would be putting your workout clothes on. And then step number 3, your shoes on. And then going outside if you want to run. Or if you want to go to the gym, then going to your car or to your bike and going to the gym. And before wrapping today's episode, I don't think I'm gonna spoil anyone here, but this is just a reminder that you will not always feel joy while making the right decisions. For example, around Christmas times, I had several gym sessions to do. And then I remember one evening I came back home, I was with my mom, and I was like, I do not want to go and train at the gym. I am so tired now, I'm very just lazy, it's dark, I don't want to go, I have to take the bike, and I just really want to be lazy now. But I did it anyway. I remembered my why. I was like, no, but I got to do it today because otherwise it doesn't fit in the schedule and blah, blah, blah. So I went anyway. And just the whole gym session for 2 hours, I was like, I want to cry right now. It's awful. Why am I doing this? It's not fun. I want to go home. It's hard. Oh my god, my body is burning everywhere and I have to do deadlift heavy and it's, oh my god, I want to go home. And it was just hard. So of course, at the end of the session, I deeply felt the relief and the satisfaction and the pride about myself to having done it anyway. But overall, the whole process, I was like, oh my god, I just want to go home and cry. This is hard. This is so uncomfortable. Some days, despite the best tips someone can give you, sticking to a goal, it's hard, simply because it's hard. And you won't always be happy doing this. It won't always be smiling stories on social media. Yet we gotta do the work. So forgetting about motivation to remain committed also implies this. Being willing to do the hard things. It's studying late and starting over. And some days, despite the best tips that you can think of, as I just said, we just gotta do the work. And someday doing the work is hard. But to quote Glennon Doyle, we can do hard things. Like literally, you are capable. And to conclude, commitment is a daily practice. And some days while practicing we'll want to cry just because it's hard, and that's a good sign, unfortunately. Because nothing worth having comes easy. Like nothing worth having comes easy, but tomorrow is another day and you'll feel better tomorrow. Like after a session that was very tough emotionally, I just go to bed earlier and I make sure I eat well and I drink well, and hopefully the day after is a rest day so I can relax, and then life goes on and training goes on, and the next trainings I'll feel more energized. Before ending this, I have a last quote for you, and it's, when you feel like quitting, remember why you started. And you've got this, and I believe so much in you. And if I can do it, you can do it too, because we're in this together. That's it for today's episode, champions. Thank you so much for having listened to that one. Your presence here means the absolute world to me. You listening right now is the biggest reason why I want to do this work. I want to do this podcast because all I want to do is to help you. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to be here right now. I am deeply honored, humbled, and grateful that you are here with me. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please rate and review or share it with a friend whom you think would benefit from some of the tips I share in this video, because we get stronger together. This is a reminder that you are worthy, that you are enough, that you're loved, that you're appreciated. So please, 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 please take good care of you, take good care of your mind, of your self-talk. Invest in yourself, go and work for your goals today. Just treat yourself right, because you deserve it so much. I wish you to have a great day. And if you cannot have a great day, then just have a day, because that's great too. Today is a good day to forget about motivation, to focus on commitment. And you can, you matter, and I believe in you so much. Okay, bye now. You're amazing.